You know what I hear so often as a realtor here in our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex? People are saying that they no longer find homes very affordable. Well, you might be right, because everything across industries has increased in price. Take your food, for example. That's an increase in price. Your car, have you looked for a car recently? Oh yeah, increase in price. So you are absolutely right. It's, well, a challenge to find affordable homes in our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. But I have a well-kept secret I'm going to share with you. And it's got to stay between us. It's about 15 miles south of Fort Worth, a suburb called Burleson, Texas. And in this video, we're going to cover what it's like to live in Burleson, Texas and get affordable housing amongst beautiful setting of canopy of trees. So much opportunity, growth and development for you to call Burleson your home. Are you ready? Hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell with the DFW Life, and as a realtor, I love helping people who've decided to relocate to our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. And oftentimes people go to, the big city, the sexy Dallas, or maybe Frisco. Maybe they hop over to Tarrant County and take a look at South Lake and Keller, Roanoke. But very few times do people get really excited about Burleson, Texas. Do you know why? Because they don't know where Burleson is, and they have no idea of all of the opportunity and excitement to be had in Burleson, Texas. You know what? Burleson, Texas is like a staycation, and we're going to take a look at that. We're going to cover some of those questions that I know you have whenever you relocate. You want to know about, well, the cost of living. You like to hear about education. You want to know, well, Tracy, how affordable are these homes? This best kept secret. And you also want to know, what are the things to do? Because Burleson, Texas is a small town. Burleson, Texas, you can enjoy the best of both worlds. The quaint charm of a small town that's very close to the big city. And in this video, we're going to take a drive around and look at some of the hot spots in Burleson, Texas, and I'm going to show you some affordable homes. I'm talking about a home under $300,000 here in Burleson, Texas. So strap on your seatbelt and let's get ready to ride. Now that you've got Burleson, Texas on your short list of places to live in our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, you're probably want to know the things to do in and around the city, where you're going to hop in your car and explore these areas. First, the city of Fort Worth. Fort Worth is about 15 miles north of Burleson. This is where we have our Western heritage. You will see real cowboys on real horses taking cattle down real streets. So this is our cattle drive that we have in the city of Fort Worth. And Dickey Arena, that's where you'll have the rodeo competitions. And Arlington is only 28 miles from Fort Worth. And we're going to get to Arlington in just a minute, because I know if you move into Burleson, you're excited about the Dallas Cowboys. But before you go to Arlington, you're going to also enjoy the Botanical Gardens in Fort Worth, and you will also enjoy going to the zoo, because Fort Worth Zoo has national acclaim as being one of the top rated zoos in the entire country. Now, once you're done with Fort Worth, hop in the car and head over to Arlington so you can go watch those Dallas Cowboys play. Maybe you're into baseball, Texas Rangers, right over there at Globe Life Park. And in Arlington, that's really the entertainment hub. You have Six Flags, you have a number of things to do in the city of Arlington for entertainment. Now, you're not going to move to our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex without going to the city of Dallas. And Dallas is about 45 miles from Burleson. So I would recommend, if at all possible, that you budget. You go ahead and invest in a toll pass so that you can ride on our paid roads, our paid freeways, versus going free, because there's a price for free when it comes to the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. If you want to go free, that means pack your patience, because you will be on the roads for quite some time. But Dallas is 45 minutes away. And of course, Dallas, that's where you have the ultimate sense of sophistication, fine dining, elite shopping. Everything you want to do, everything you need will be there in the city of Dallas. And if you're not into shopping, maybe you're not into watching sports, you just kind of want to be out on the lake and enjoy nature and just chill out. Well, if that sounds like you are going to want to visit Joe Pool Lake. And Joe Pool Lake is about 25 miles away from Burleson. And let's say you want to get out of the Metroplex altogether. Well, you can go about an hour's drive to go visit Magnolia and Waco, Chip and Joanne. They're waiting for you. They have so many things. If you're into the HGTV, well, then you know who Chip and Joanne are, and you can gas up the car, head over to Waco, and give them a visit. Now for the things to do inside the city of Burleson. Now let's take a look at the things you can do, enjoy, explore in the city of Burleson. And we're going to begin with Oldtown Burleson. Oldtown Burleson is where you're going to enjoy and experience the authentic charm of living in a small town. This is where you're going to see the history of the city of Burleson. There'll be a couple of rail cars around. You'll have the restaurants. They have for chicken, you have barbecue, whether you want beef or chicken, you've got it. And if you have a more refined palate, well, that's okay. There's some unique options of food for you too. Now, the particular day I visited Burleson, there was actually a festival, a live concert. You would hear the musicians play and see families, people out there just enjoying their life in the city of Burleson. And Oldtown Burleson is very walkable. So you can walk from shop to shop, boutique to boutique, without getting into your car, because it's not very large, but it's just the perfect size to get around and enjoy your day and your outing in Oldtown Burleson. Our next stop will be the wineries here in Burleson, Texas. And I know what you're probably thinking. A small town will have a winery? Yes. Actually, there are two. Most people, when you think of wineries and vineyards, you think of Grapevine in our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. Very few people even realize Burleson has a couple of wineries. Well, I took a trip and I visited Lost Oak Winery. The other one is Sunset. Lost Oak Winery, you can walk around, you can do wine tastings. They have outdoor picnic seating, restaurant, you can enjoy some food. It's a really great place to just unwind from the busyness of the city. So if you don't want to go to Oldtown and you want just a more relaxed setting, just a sip of wine, taste the wines, buy a bottle for your friends, this is the place that you want to visit. So definitely mark that on your list of things to do here in Burleson.
Guess who's behind me? You got it, it's Yogi Bear. I'm at Yellowstone Park here in Burleson, and this is a pretty neat place to be. There are a lot of cabins out here. There's an amusement park, a water park. It really gives you a nice little escape with your little ones. So if you're looking for something to do in or around Burleson, this is the spot. You can get these children just worn out by the end of day with so many activities. And I like the way it's nestled among trees. So it's very shaded, and you might be able to see a cabin over my shoulder. And I'm gonna flip over so you can maybe able to see another cabin, but they're really great. So don't worry, this is a large complex, but they have golf carts to help you get around.
There's so many great, unique things to do here at Yellowstone Park, but I think what would be the most memorable thing, well, is sleeping. Here you have the options of staying in the cabins, RVs, or bunkhouse. As a realtor, I'm drawn more to the unique housing options. Let's take a look at a few. Let's start with the silos. The silos are actually built from converted grain bins. And this truly unique architecture, this design, gives you a rustic feel, and you're gonna definitely remember staying here. Maybe you're looking for more of the Wild Wild West experience. Then imagine sleeping in one of the Conestoga wagons. These wagons were around, they were pretty popular in the 18th and 19th century. Here, you're gonna have more of a community feel. In the middle of the wagon circle, there's a giant rock pit where everyone can sit and enjoy a campfire and maybe roast a few s'mores. Let's say you're more into the glamping. Well, take a look at the glamping teepees. You're gonna have a community feel here as well, but look at the design inside. You're gonna also have your outdoor fire pit. You can do your s'mores. It's just a great setup in these glamping teepees. And last but not least, 260 feet long pirate ship. Yeah, can you imagine staying the night here? Its masts are 80 feet tall and it looks like something out of a storybook. It even has cannons with red lights to simulate the firing of cannonballs. Now these are some pretty unique housing options, and maybe this is not where you plan to sleep every night, but it's pretty fun to sleep here a few nights. What a great staycation. Now that we've talked about the things you can do in and around the city of Burleson, let's talk about the cost of living. The cost of living in Burleson, you'll notice to be very much more affordable than some of the other suburbs around Fort Worth, like Southlake, Colleyville, Grapevine, Keller, Hazlitt, Trophy Club. Burleson is going to be quite a bit more affordable as far as the homes. In Burleson, the average price for homes is going to be around $400,000, maybe $412,000. But with any average, there's a high and a low. So the low end for prices of homes in Burleson is around $220,000, with the upper end being in the upper $900,000. In Burleson, you have a lot of options here because they're still growing and they're still developing out here. So you can get homes with several acres, or you can get homes that just have a more modest lot size. Whatever you are wanting, you probably can find it here in Burleson at a much more affordable price. So it's definitely worth exploring. This could be the place you want to call home. Also, at the beginning of the video, I mentioned I was going to tour a home for you in this area under $300,000 because affordability is important. That can make or break your ability to buy a home. So let's take a look at this particular home, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home under $300,000. And if you've been looking in our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, you know this is a pretty good deal.
This is what I'm hearing on a fairly regular basis, and chances are you're feeling some frustration, and that is the lack of affordability. Homes that are just out of reach. I'm excited to bring this one to you because this home I would describe as very affordable, and it is located in part of a vibrant city and a great school system. I am in Burleson, Texas. We're going to take a tour of this home, and you're going to be so surprised that you can own this home for under $300,000. Let's take the tour. I'm going to just start right here at the heartbeat of the home, which is typically the kitchen. Notice you have a great bump out, and that offers it offers two things. More natural light, because who doesn't like light cascading through the windows? And it gives you a little bit more elbow room in the kitchen. And look how expansive the floor is, this space. I'll back up a little bit so you can see that you can add an island or put your table there. Now, I know this is not your favorite room of the home. I've never had someone say, "Oh, Tracy, please show me the laundry room." But if you have to do laundry, this isn't such a bad space. And there is storage throughout this home. Another thing I've never had, we can play this game together. Never have I ever had anyone say, "Oh my gosh, Tracy, there is way too much storage in this place. Please take away the storage." So look how nice this dining space is. You could probably add a couple more leaves to this table, plus a china cabinet or a hutch in this space, a buffet in this space, a lot of places for you to enjoy family or entertain. Your living space, you've got a great fireplace there, and you know what? Oftentimes in certain price points, you're sacrificing that fireplace, but not in this home. Let's take a look at some of our secondary rooms. This particular room, this is a 3-bedroom home. So this one is just used and staged as an office space. But of course, it's your home. You do what you want to do with it. You can set up your Peloton bike. Please use it and not use it as a rack for your clothes. But you can have whatever you want in these rooms. And this one is perfect for a precious little one. Here is your hall bath. Nice and spacious. Check out that countertop. And then you're asking yourself, oh, Tracy, would you please show me the primary suite? Where am I going to relax at the end of a busy day? Well, here you have it. Great space to just close your door and unplug. And then when you're ready to just relax and luxuriate after your long day, here is your space. I mean, just add your essential oils, soft music, some candles, and you have your space. Okay, let's take a look at the backyard where you're going to do your cookouts. All right, here's the backyard. Imagine your cookouts, having family and friends over, and the overhead protection. Oh yeah, we're in Texas. Are you kidding me? We have to have some type of covering outside. And then look how large the space is. So if you have young ones, you still have space for a play set. If you're into gardening, there's space on the side for gardening. There's a lot of opportunity to not only enjoy the inside of this home, but all of the features in the backyard. Here's one more great sweep of the place that you can call home.
I know education is very important to you because it's important to most people who relocate to an area. Even if you don't have school-age children, the resale value, the equity is connected to the quality of schools within a city. And Burleson will not disappoint. According to Niche, Burleson receives an overall grade of an A. And in Burleson, you have a few high schools. You have the collegiate high school, they've definitely got an A. Both Centennial and Burleson High receive a B. And then you have an alternative school, and that school received a B. But you know what? That's to be expected whenever you have an alternative school where you have students there for a number of reasons. But to have your overall district an A, I don't think you can go wrong with trusting Burleson schools to your student. Burleson, Texas offers, well, the best of both worlds. You have a smaller town, a quaint community, but you're so close to the other bigger cities around our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. There are pros and cons to living in a smaller community. There may be, well, less things to do, but that's okay. You hop in your car and you drive over to do other things. Well, maybe there's not as much diversity. That's okay too, because in Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, it's diverse. If you are thinking about living in Burleson, Texas, maybe you want a smaller feel, a smaller quaint vibe to live and create your memories and to call home, give me a call, shoot me a message, comment below, and let's discuss the best place for you to live your life here in our Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex.